Hello, my name is Jen Black, and today I will be talking about readers' advisories for children. While researching readers' advisory services, one word kept appearing: appeal. Appeal refers to the aspects of the book that a student liked, be it character development or fast paced plot. There are more elements that could appeal to a patron than can be listed here. But the problem is that our younger students do not yet have the vocabulary to use these terms. Working in an elementary school poses the problem in a way that it can be turned into a teaching opportunity. Consider the time you will get to spend with the class and the various lessons you can teach. One lesson that should be taught and repeated frequently is teaching the appeal words. You can read a story with the students and discuss the elements of the story that appeal to them. Then you can direct the conversation to how to use descriptive words when asking for what to read next. Some students are going to like character development. Some students are going to like fast-paced plot. Other students are going to like mysteries. They're going to like the author. You can teach them to read all the author's works. There's a lot of different ways that you can turn this appeal into a teaching opportunity. One article I read called It's All About Text Appeal by Olga Nessie discussed her reader's advisory lessons. She and the reading coach at her school teamed up to teach the students the appeal words. The librarian created a book hook that the students submitted. The students would review a book they read and write their review using their appeal words. These hooks were in a binder in the library for the students to peruse in an effort to find their next read. But the book hooks were also posted on Moodle, which is a free online service. And all the teachers used Moodle, and all the students could access that from home. I like this idea because it's hard as a librarian to read all of the books in your collection and to know which books might fit with the students because of their limited appeal vocabulary. This is a good group think and teaches the media literacy that is a new concept to me. One trend I noticed in the school where I work is that the students all have this hive mentality. If one person reads a book, they all want to read the same book. Right now, everybody is into Dog Man by Dave Pilkey. Dave Pilkey has written other books like Captain Underpants, Ricky Ricotta's Mighty Robot. They won't read those books. They only want Dog Man. So the idea of a book hook, or whatever you want to call it, it takes this hive mentality and it applies it in a reader's advisory capacity. The best ways that you can serve in a reader's advisory capacity is to know your collection. You need to read your books. You really need to know your new books as they're coming in. Now, some libraries are going to have really big collections, so that's a daunting task as a singular librarian. But you should have staff. If you're in an elementary school or a school setting, you should have an assistant. Have your assistant read the books that they like. You can read some of the other books, and this way your combined knowledge is better than your singular knowledge. And you're going to have to address stereotypes with boys. They don't want to read books with females on the covers. They don't want female characters. They think those books are for girls. And they're not all for girls. It's easy to get creative when thinking about readers' advisories. There are so many wonderful online tools that are free to use. You can click around and explore them and see which ones you could use to fit with your patrons or your students. I like the Moodle idea. I'm sure there's other ideas that are comparable to that if you're in a public library, you could put it online. I mean, Web 2.0 was created for this stuff. You need to talk to your patrons. You need to find out what they liked about books and somehow compile this into a resource like Goodreads almost, but just apply it to your collection, not every book that's out there. You may experience a few hiccups with your reader's advisory, so here's some caveats here. I work in an elementary school, and we do reading counts, and the kids want a book that is a test all the time. So they're not going to read a book if it's not a test book. And that's unfortunate because there's a lot of really good books, especially some brand new books that come out and the test hasn't been created yet. They're not going to want to read that. I believe as librarians, it's our job to foster a love of reading. So reading for the test frustrates me on a personal level, but I understand that it is what it is, and this is what we've got to work with. Also, reading levels. Some of the kids are going to want to read books that are too difficult for them. So when you're doing the reader's advisories, you're going to have to maybe think on par with grade levels. If what the fifth graders are reading, the second graders are going to want to read, but they shouldn't. So I don't know how you can compile it by grade level. I'm sure you could just do a fifth grade Moodle. And of course, there will be some crossover between some of these books, but for the most part, we're going to have to be aware of the reading levels of the books that we're suggesting. And then the final caveat is we need to protect our patrons' anonymity. So don't be putting the book hooks with the student's name unless you discuss that with administration and you find that you're not violating any privacy rules that the district may have. So that those are 3 things to keep in mind when you're creating your reader's advisory. This is the most important point I think I can make in this. The reader's advisories don't have to occur in person. You can be creative on an online platform. This is what Web 2.0 was made for. This is a really exciting time to be in education and to be working on the forefront with the technology. And there are so many tools and resources out there. It's all over Pinterest, I'm sure, or tons of blogs. ALA has great resources, and they have the best teaching tools and apps. Play with those, explore with those, and find a way that you can use that to reach your readers' advisory groups. So in conclusion, for the readers' advisories for children, you're going to have to address the appeal of the books. And this might be teaching the students about the appeal words, things like plot and tone. Some people are going to want more humor. Some want spooky. We're going to have that conversation to teach it. The teachers will be more than happy to collaborate with you on this if that's something you're willing to take on. I think it's worthwhile, and it'll make our students better readers in the long run. And be patient. This is a new concept for these little kids, but once you get them there, it's going to be so worth it. Good luck to you with your readers' advisories. This is just my list of references that I use for my research. There's many more references out there if you want to pursue research in this category. Thank you for watching my video. Goodbye.